Hey everybody. This week's Parsha, Parshat Ki-Tetzei, has 74 mitzvahs. 74 mitzvot are mentioned in it. It's the Parsha with the most mitzvahs of any other Parsha in the whole Torah. We're going to talk about one of them, and it's mentioned very, very briefly in the Torah, in this week's Parsha, where it says, Lo tacharosh, b'shor uvachamor yachdav. When you plow, you should not plow with an ox and a donkey together. The ox and the donkey should not be schlepping that plow together. That is forbidden according to the Torah. Now, I'm not sure how much experience you might have with plowing. You probably haven't plowed recently. And if you did, it probably wasn't with animals. It was probably with a tractor schlepping along the plowing device. But nevertheless, there's a very, very important lesson we could derive from this, that the Sefer Chinuch, the book that goes through the 613 mitzvot and gives us different reasons behind them, important lesson in life. You see, he says, what's the problem with this? The ox and the donkey, they're both very, very different. And for them to work together, it's unfair to both of them. The donkey is weak. It can't keep up with the ox. The ox is very strong. It wants to move ahead. It wants to plow ahead, literally and figuratively. And so it's being slowed down, that ox, by the donkey, and it's not fair to the ox. And like we said, it's not fair to the donkey on the other hand as well, because he's trying to keep up and he can't, and it's painful to him. So it's tsar balechayim. It's painful to both animals to be put in that situation. The Sefer Chinuch then goes on to say, if that's the case with animals, kol v'chomer, all the more so with humans, with people. To pair two people together to a task where one is way ahead, way better at doing that task than the other person, it's unfair to both. For the person who's really good, it's slowing him down, it's painful. The other person, they can't keep up, it's painful. An example, we're in the middle of the U.S. Open tennis tournament. Talk about tennis. I play tennis. I'm not great. I like to play. But if you take two people playing tennis against each other, one of them is a 4.5, really, really good player, and the other is a beginner, for them to play against each other, or as partners, let's say, in doubles, it's just unfair. It's not fun for either. The 4.5 player is bored out of their brains because this person can barely hit it back. And the beginner player who's just starting out, it's not fair to him or her. It's very discouraging to have this person just beat them on every stroke, on every shot. And so it's not fair to both. On the other hand, that's not to say that two individuals who are very different can't complement each other. That works very, very well. From the very, very beginning in the Torah, we see that the Isha, the woman, is created Ezer Kenegdo. She's called Ezer, someone to help him. Kenegdo, opposite. It's complementary. We don't want everyone having identical skill sets. We want people with different perspectives, different strengths, working together for a greater good. That is perfectly fine. U.S. Open. If you look today and you see Venus Williams, 45 years old, tall, broad woman, and who is her partner? This slight Canadian Leylah Fernandez, but they're working magic together. They are very, very different looking people, but they each have their skill set and they're working together. And who knows, by the time you hear this, maybe they've already won the doubles tournament championship at the U.S. Open. They're through to the third round as of this video. But again, two people who are very, very different. It sometimes works and it sometimes hurts. That's the thing to keep in mind when you have different, disparate, very, very different skill set of parties. You have to ask yourself, when does this work and when does it hurt? If it hurts, separate them. If it works, great. We need that to accomplish greater things when people have different skills and understandings and strengths and perspectives. Have a good Shabbat.